Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. We're into our 7th practice match, and probably our last one of the day before we jump into a league. I don't know about this hand though. The Ozolith is great, but then we got like nothing until who knows when. So I think we're going to mulligan. Hope for a little bit more action. Again, destined to play the Ozolith. At least we have this Domri on turn 3 and a Lightning Bolt, so we're definitely going to keep this. I hate to put the Devastator to the bottom, but what's better, the Ozolith or the Hardened? Alright, Ozolith, I want to keep some action. Sorry, dude. You're one of our better cards, but I'd rather have one of our Hydra finishers, to be honest. Could be wrong. I've only played the Ozolith in 2 games, or 2 matches, and it was very powerful. Are we going to get scammed? Our opponent did mulligan to 6. Are we going to get burned? Ragavan. I would love to just draw land. Okay, well, my wish has come true, so we will just get a mountain here. There's the lag again. We could wait till our opponent, maybe we'll wait till our opponent's turn just to keep him from dashing in another Ragavan. They could have something like Ephemerate. I just know, you never know with, I clicked a mountain. Never know with these decks. Looks like burn. Looks like Boros burn. So we're going to represent, we're mono red burn, dude. Watch out. Watch out. Okay, that's good. They are a Mardu deck, it looks like. What do we want to draw? Bone Crusher is good. Do we want to run out the Ozolith or this Hardened Scale? So what we can do, hold up Stomp for if they play whatever their next threat is. Next turn, run out Domri into Hardened Scales. This is assuming we don't get Thought Seized or Inquisitioned. Hardened Scales is good. It doesn't need to come down on turn 2 at the cost of a hit by Ragavan. Are they a reanimation deck, or is that just their way of making sure they get lands? You never know. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Ooh, that is not something we can target with our Stomp. That makes me sad. Again, play draw. Difference. Sometimes that's all the difference you need. Death Shadow. Interesting. Alright, I've not seen a Mardu Death Shadow deck before. That's pretty cool though. Do we want to Stomp anyway so we can put out a blocker? We definitely don't want to Stomp their face and just help them out. So unfortunately we are left doing nothing. Alright, well, change of plans. Domri into probably Lightning Bolt to protect our Domri. Really, I mean, it's painful doing this to a Ranger Captain, a Vios or whatever. Yeah, a Vios, because it's already done its damage. But I definitely don't want. Yeah, sure. I should have done anyway. I definitely don't want just to lose the Domri or have it go down to 1 and then have it just more bodies on the battlefield that we can't answer. So it's better just to get rid of it. 3/3. Not something that we want to be having to face the rest of the game. Death Shadow is close to being online. What do they have as a follow-up? Nothing. Okay. Land would be good. So what we can do is land, plus up for Hardened Scales and cast this Shivan Devastator. or we would harden scales plus up and have it as a come down as me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So it'd be a 4/4. I kind of just don't want to run it out yet, to be honest. We may regret it after getting thought seized. I mean, 4/4 doesn't die to bolt, does die to fatal push. Turns on. So if we do a 4/4, it goes to 11, they go to 8, and their death shadow is what? 5/5. Then we hit them to 4. This is painful. Playing around a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm assuming they have some kind of fatal push. They're tapped. They have all their mana. Then we know about the death shadow. We know they're going to try to hurt themselves. We could. I mean, this Field of Ruin is an option, but they already have all their colors, and it would just let them get up whatever color we target. All right, more swamp cycling. And we're going to be sad if they end up getting if they thought seize us, because right now our opponent's going to hurt themselves considerably just to get into Death Shadow's range. It's possible they'll go all the way to 9 here. 10 it looks like, because my math, never trust my math. I'm going to bolt Shielder's Edict. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Now we're back to having the same size Devastator next turn, but to draw out the kill spell, we can go ahead and stomp, put him to 8. Here comes a Death Shadow. I have a feeling that they have nothing but removal in their hand right now. Do we want to target? They have their own Bone Crusher. And they have Fatal Push up. What are we going to draw? Land? A bolt. Alright, so what we can do is hold up, cast a Bone Crusher, take a big hit, theoretically, assuming they don't have a teamer. Hit it, bolt them, and yeah. Alright, so this puts them to, if they kill it, no matter what, if they kill it with not a Shielder's Edict, then they're going to go to 6, at which point we should be able to kill them with a bolt and a Shivan Devastator if they don't have a kill spell. Fatal Push, though, is still something we don't want to see, and then very likely in their hand. We haven't seen any hand disruption. We've seen one removal spell. Dude, if they attack with everyone, I mean, we'll just take it. We kind of want them to attack with everybody. We're not going to block because we want to have something to sack to the Shielder's Edict when we cast the Shivan Devastator next turn. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to kill them. Should we bolt their face? Or should we bolt their Bone Crusher and take 2? If they do have a Fatal Push, they may take this opportunity to Fatal Push, which will be fine by us. Do they have a way to protect it? Yep, they have a Not Dead after all. Well, that's one reason not to fatal put, or not to, or one reason to bolt their face. Does it come back tapped though? I can't remember. Or is that just because grief always comes back tapped? Okay. All right. Well, there's a chance we win here. It's their last card of fatal push. Land would be so nice just to make sure. Land or lightning bolt. Really, I guess lightning bolt would be our best because they could only kill one of our threats then. We'd have the bolt to finish them off. And if we're dead, so it's going to come down to this. It's their last card of fatal push. Or a Shielder's Edict. It's been a fun game. I mean, one card in hand, it could be a land. And they scoop it up. Alright, maybe it was a land. Alright, so we got there against a Mardu deck that looks kind of fun, not the industry standard. I'm always happy to see that, given that we're also not ever playing industry standard cards. Veil of Summer seems like it could be good in this matchup. Brotherhood's End doesn't hit enough things, probably. Endurance. I mean, you could bring it in. What are we going to take out? The Ozolith seems unbeatable in some ways. Hardened Scales. We saw the power there, but I think we're going to take one of them out. What else? We could go down a land, but we've been getting mana screwed a little bit so far in our matches today. Maybe we just do Veil of Summer. Run it like that. Chat at my opponent a little bit. Alright, we do have the Veil of Summer. We are on the draw though, so it might not do enough. I mean, I want to keep it though. Look, I mean, we have a Utopia Sprawl, we have a Veil of Summer. We draw a forest. We have the bolt. We don't have a bolt, but I was going to say if we draw a forest, we'll hold up the Veil. Either way, we'll hold up the Veil of Summer. We don't have a way to deal with a Ragavan, unfortunately. And it's possible we don't even want. There's the Hydra. Do we want to save our Veil of Summer or not? I think we'll take. I feel like if they had hand disruption, they would have ran out the hand disruption first. So we're hoping to dodge, and then we may end up just running out a baby Goldvein Hydra. Maybe we should have mulliganed for a lightning bolt. I mean, taking Ragavan hits has been pretty, for us, has been very unlucky lately, and they take it on Bone Crusher Giants. I mean, that's twice now that we've seen Bone Crusher off of a Ragavan hit in today's matches. I mean, sure, cast it. Do you want to stomp us first and then give us the Bone Crusher Giant to cast? I think that's how that works. I don't think they can stomp, actually. They can only cast the backside of it. Yep, we're under a lot of pressure. A lightning bolt would be our best draw. Another land. We're just, yeah, we're struggling now. We can run out a baby Hydra to block a Ragavan. For instance, we could run out this baby Goldvein Hydra. Alright, I think we're going to hold off and just take a big hit. And we may just be done with this game and go into game 3. Ragavan taking our 4-3 on and casting it on turn 2. That's painful. Now what are they going to get? We don't want to F6 now that we actually have something to do. Yep. Things are shaping up nicely for our opponent. At least they only got a mountain that time. Our opponent doesn't need to do anything. Just continue beating face until we do something. So now we can go, we just take another hit, is that what we're doing? And say we can go Utopia Sprawl and cast a 3/3 still. And have it die. And cast a 2/2. Yeah, our mana's all messed up. So we're going to go ahead and cast this baby Goldvein Hydra. Assume it's going to die. We will get a hit in if it doesn't die, and then we'll have a blocker. And if it does die, we end up with the treasure tokens, which is good for us because it does get us ahead on mana and resources to cast something like one of our Devastators or this Mistcutter. We're behind on the race is the problem. So if this, assuming this dies, we really just need to go like bolt. All right, well, they're going to take a hit. Go get another land. Question is, will we want to block, assuming we get a chance to, do we want to block anything? No, there goes the fiddle. Never mind, we don't get a chance, but we do get the treasures. We're pretty close to death here. We could really use another Goldvein. Gonna go to 4. Hopefully our opponent steals another land. If we're gonna have a chance, we could use some luck here. It's a Shivan Devastator. Oh, now we're gonna die to our own Devastator, it looks like. That's fine. So we're gonna need... Okay, or we're just dead to Stomp and a Bolt. Here, Brotherhood's in is looking really good. Maybe we should bring it in. Alright, well... Veil of Summer looked really bad. I mean, it could have... Maybe it's better just to not bring it in on the draw. And to keep it in on the play. How reactive do we want to be? Do we want to take out the Veil of Summers and just have Brotherhood's End? We saw they have their shenanigans. I feel like I'm doing this all wrong. Brotherhood's End should have been in last, so why compound it? Why not bring in Veil of Summer? But we're on the... Yeah, I'm just not sure. That's why we test the deck. See a good hand here, deck. Alright, I love this hand. We have early interaction, we have ramp, interaction, more ramp, threat. I mean, 2 lands, we're hoping we'll draw some, but what more could we ask for at this point, other than not to get Thought Seized? I mean, our opponent hasn't shown us any hand disruption yet. Maybe they're not playing any. It is a possibility that they don't play Thought Seizes and Inquisitions. Excuse me. I think we're going to name red this time. I think we're going to name green this time. Oh, I just realized we could draw Pelucranos next turn and we wouldn't be able to cast it. We may regret this though, because we will not have... A red gives us Bolt and Stomp mana next turn, but what we'd love to see out of our opponent right now is a turn one Ragavan like they've had every game, so that we could then kill it with our Lightning Bolt, and not a Thought Seize, please. And it's a Thought Seize. Well, what are you going to take, opponent? Our enablers, our reaction, or our finisher? Probably take this Domri. That's what we can cast. In the tank, really thinking. I mean, Goldvein is the biggest payoff. Do you trust us not to draw another payoff? I hope they take the Goldvein. I want to play a Domri. Domri is so much. This gives us so much synergy and upside with the fight ability, the ramping, the plussing on the front end of our creatures. It's just an all-around great card. They do play Shielder's Edict, so they might have the answer for that. All lined up. And we drew another Domri. Oh, deck. Deck. Why do you mock us? Why do you mock us? He should have taken the Domri. Opponent made the right choice, clearly. But our shields are down on Ragavan attack. I mean, we kind of now need land and action, not any more Domris. That's one of our worst draws. Like, we've cut down from 4 to 3 between our dragons and this build of Hydras. And I don't know, maybe 3 is a good number for these Planeswalkers since they can stack up in our hand in a way that is not fun. They're going to swing in with Ragavan dashed. Why not? I think our best draw here would be Kiora or a land. Ideally Kiora, because assuming it's something that's lagging on both ends at this point, Kiora would allow us. They said we wanted to see them like what, play a Ragavan. No, they have the mana up to keep it alive if we do kill it. Grief, sure. So now they're going to do their little shenanigans to keep their grief alive. Take both of our removal spells. Well, we're getting scammed, folks, and can we bounce back from a scam? We had a good hand. Don't seize into grief, into another grief, though. We'll see. It's tough. This is where I'm regretting my choices, my life choices of no Veil of Summer. Man, what a misplay on... that's why you play the game. Maybe Veil of Summer not on the play. No, we are not on the draw, but on the play, and we shouldn't have brought it in last game. Should have brought it in this game. We obviously don't have the mana for Veil of Summer open right now, but yeah, it just we're seeing it's almost like 2 different decks, right? The first game was heavy on the creature, Death Shadow, and removal. Second game, just a lot of burn, and then on the back of a couple of Ragavan hits and the stolen Bone Crusher Giant, and then this game, a lot of hand disruption. And the scam. Oh, no, not the scam. Okay, well, we'll see. To help. That's something, at least. We didn't lose both of our cards. So if we draw a land and they have a target for us, Molten Collapse. Oh, man. Blowout City. Alright, well, we're back to the Stone Age. Love to draw land. Like I said, Cure is no longer a great draw for us. Opponent's just picking us apart. Land would be good. Oh, the mocking of our deck. Saying, look at me, you should have put me in last game. Not this game, silly. Decisions were made, people. They were decisions made, and they were not always the best decisions. They know about the Bone Crusher Giant. It's not like it's going to surprise anyone. They play a Ranger Captain Vios, and we're sad because we can't Bone Crusher Giant. They're Just gonna run it out. That's fair. That's a big threat. We'll see you as Stomp. Our Bone Crusher Giant with a Stomp. Alright, land. Now's the chance. Give us a land. Alright, well... I mean, we could go ahead and Brotherhood's End and hope they don't have a follow-up play. We could Bone Crusher Giant ourselves. Try to win the race that way. Alright, so we're going to do Bone Crusher. Oh man, I don't know what to do. So they could Thoughtseize us and take our Brotherhoods in. So if we cast Bone Crusher Giant, they kill it in attack. They go to 8 and hit us for 4. Then maybe they commit something else to the board and we do Brotherhood's End. Or we Brotherhood's End now and save the Bone Crusher and hope that these two spells are not. I cast my own Bone Crusher. We're ahead on board on life. If they want to commit more to the board, that hopefully that's something that we can wipe away with this Brotherhood's End. And if they bolt it or kill it somehow, I mean, I don't know. We're just going to be okay with that. We can still Brotherhood's End. Well, ideally, they'll bolt it, play something that we can also wipe away with the Brotherhood's End that isn't a Death Shadow. I'm not sure what that would be. Because even a Ranger Captain of Eos is not something we really want to see, given that. And it's a grief. Well, that's why we wanted the Brotherhood's End in our hand, folks. So that we could cast it in 2 for 1 'em. Instead, they're going to take our Brotherhood's End. So if they don't take the Brotherhood's End, we can... yeah, I mean, okay, so they're going to take the Brotherhood's End. So then we're left with a Domri, and that's what they do. So we can fight, have Bone Crusher fight the grief. They're going to swing in. We can block, and then we don't have any way to fight this grief. I just don't know what to do. Do we block? We're going to lose this Bone Crusher no matter what. Do we want to kill a grief, or do we want to kill a Bone Crusher? Now, obviously 4 damage is a faster clock, isn't it? It's still a 5-turn clock. This is a 6-turn clock. We can't block them. Okay, so we're going to let this through and take the 4. See, we need some help off the top. Even a Lightning Bolt would be okay. A Lightning Bolt would be ideal. Domri, Lightning Bolt, hit for 4. Force our opponent not to be able to block anymore. Or not to be able to attack anymore. Unless they have a big follow-up. That's a close game. We're fighting through a lot of hand disruption. We don't really want to see any of our Hydras. Per se. Oh, it is a Lightning Bolt. Maybe our luck is back. I have said it before. We have spoken and our deck has answered. So they know about this. We can fight here. But we'd much rather just get rid of this grief and hit them down to 3. The danger here, though, is if their last card is a Death Shadow, then it's a really big Death Shadow, and then we're in trouble. They can kill down our Domri and then play a Death Shadow and leave us basically drawing dead if we don't. I mean, we're very close. Even here, a Shivan Devastator, a baby Shivan Devastator would be enough. If it's a Ranger Captain of Eos, I'm going to be sad. I'm sad. However, they're going to go get a Death Shadow. Play a Death Shadow. We have live draws. We have a lot of live draws. We have, right now, 2 bolts that we can draw, 4 Shivan Devastators, and 3 So 9 cards. We have 9 cards to draw. That will win us this game. Just attacking me. 9 cards. Come on, deck. One time. Can we get there? Lightning Bolt, Shivan Devastator, Stomp. Lightning Bolt, Shivan Devastator, Stomp. It's a Lightning Bolt! And we got there. The luck has returned. It has returned. Alright, well, grindy game that we had to top deck 2 Lightning Bolts to have a chance. But, I mean, our hand, they stripped our hand. They had 2-for-1s for days. Not for days. Molten Collapse was a 2-for-1. Grief, Thoughtseize, another Grief. There's the Shivan Devastator too. Alright, and we were kind of stuck on mana, but we fought through it. We navigated it. We used their life that they were using some against them. They're using their life to grow their Death Shadow, and we were able to take advantage of that. Yeah, I mean, we fought through quite a bit of hate. Just hand disruption hate, kill spells. We definitely sideboarded incorrectly. Although the Brotherhood's End didn't look that bad either in that game. So maybe the right sideboard is both Veil and Brotherhood's End, or Brotherhood's End in game 2 and both in game 3. Definitely some timely draws. We spoke what we needed and our deck gave it to us. Our luck came back there at the end. We had a couple matches this morning that are closer to the top tier decks, and I would say our deck did well. I mean, we didn't win them all, but we didn't lose them all by any means. And we were certainly competitive in all of them. And I think this deck is going to be really fun to play in a league, and we get to show off how well it can fight through things like hand disruption or counter magic. So we'll probably save that for tomorrow. It's already noon here, and I know I hate starting a league only to play 1 or 2 games or 1 or 2 matches before I have to stop. So I'll do some work on some other things. I got another wish list item to be working on, and I need to write up this article to get it ready for Friday. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. Click that subscribe button. Everybody counts. For CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, CyclesGaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction / fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podcon. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.